I'm Robbie.
I'm Stephanie.
And today we're going to do our review of our 2004 Toyota Sienna LE. And first thing we're going to discuss is why a minivan. A lot of people say they wouldn't be caught dead in a minivan. It's not cool enough. Or I guess not only is it not cool, it's kind of the definition of uncool. And I was probably one of those people at one point, and I know my wife was.
I was.
When we bought this vehicle, we traded in a white Mustang. It was a base model, automatic. I hated it.
It was a nice car. I liked it. It was my car.
The thing was, is we had a child and we had another one on the way. We actually purchased this a couple weeks before our second one was born. And Steph wanted a SUV, big old SUV, Tahoe, right?
I did want one, yes.
But I knew we didn't really need it, and it goes with gas. We weren't going to be towing anything. We weren't going to be off-roading. So I tried to talk her into getting a minivan. And reluctantly, after stopping at lots of dealerships and showing her the cool DVD players and all the room and that inside of it, she still didn't really want it. She agreed. But 9 years later, I think she'll tell you that she really loves this minivan. Right?
I do, because we bought a new one, and he tried to talk me into getting a car, and I just wouldn't give up my minivan. I had to buy another one.
Yeah. So now we own a 2011 Toyota Sienna Limited. Lots of cool new things we'll discuss later. Okay, so now that we've got you in a minivan, talk about what we've done with it so far. Like I said, we purchased it new in 2004 from a dealership. It was not used. I think they'd been demoing it a little bit, so it had a little bit of miles on it when we bought it. Had the DVD entertainment package and running boards. I think that's about it. Other than that, it's a regular LE. So we bought it new in 2004, and since then we've put 198,000 miles on it.
Still runs great.
Still runs great. Haven't had any major problems out of it. I've changed one of the wheel bearings. Other than that, it's been routine maintenance. 2 sets of brake rotors, brake shoes, lots of tires. It does have a tendency to run through tires for some reason. I haven't been able to figure that one out. But other than that, no major problems. It still runs great. Really got the 2011 that's kind of an upgrade. Alright, features of this vehicle. One of the things that I think is really great about, and I think Steph would agree with me, are the sliding doors.
Especially with kids.
So you do agree?
Oh, yeah. Save them from hitting somebody's car. And
yep, dings on the doors. You don't have to worry about it. The park as close as you want. As long as you don't slam your car door into it, the kids aren't going to, because they just go out back. Don't have to worry about it.
Well, it's easy for them to open, too, because especially one of them is a power door, so you just push a little button and the door will open.
Yep. Our 2011 has 2 power doors. This one only has 1.
Yeah.
We liked it so much we wanted to get 2 with the new one. It's also great for child seats if you're getting a small child in and out, a newborn, toddler. Makes it very, very easy compared to the back end of a Mustang, which is horrible. The DVD entertainment system's great. I know a lot of vehicles have those, but it's a minivan. It's got to have one, in my opinion, because you're hauling people around, and it makes them shut up and stop asking when are we going to be there.
Well, I think, see, with this, you have a lot more leg room than as opposed to an SUV. You're in the back watching the movie.
Yeah, SUV, you'll find it has rear or third row seats, but there's not a lot of room in that third row. This one's got quite a bit of room. Let's talk about the seats for a minute. The third row seats are stowaway seats, so you just grab the latch and they flip down in the back. That gives you a lot of room there. The second row seats are removable. I wouldn't recommend a woman doing it. I mean, I think you've done it before, right?
No, I've never
done it. Probably could do it if she had to in a pinch. The seats do weigh a little bit, but they're easy to get in and out. With the seats out, second row out, and the third row folded into storage. You can fit a full 4x8 sheet of plywood, drywall, whatever, and shut the hatch and come home on a rainy day if you need to do that. That's awesome as a guy.
So which we've probably done.
I have done. I've done drywall on a rainy day. Can't do that in a truck or an SUV. The engine. It's a minivan. It ain't a sports car. It goes. When you need to pass somebody, it passes them. That's about all you need.
Well, the vehicle rides real smooth as far as driving it.
Yeah. We're talking about the engine. It's a guy thing.
What do I know about it?
Let's see, what else about the engine? Let's see. It tows light loads. I've had a trailer hitch. They make trailer hitches for these that bolt right on. 4 bolts, ready to go. Plug-in wiring harness, and I pull a little utility trailer. Pulls it just fine. I wouldn't recommend pulling anything like a camper or a boat or anything, but a little trailer does fine for that. It is an interference engine in this particular vehicle, which means if the timing belt breaks, it will do major internal damage. And the timing belt interval is 90,000 miles. The dealership charges about $500 to do that. You can do it in your own garage. You've got some tools and some time. It takes about a day to do so, but there you go. You got to change that every 90,000 miles or you risk major damage. The new van, 2011 model, I'm not sure when the body style changed. Whenever the body style changed, they went to the chain. You don't have to worry about the chain breaking as much. I'm sure they break occasionally, but not like timing belt. Spark plugs, another routine maintenance thing that you'll do once or twice, maybe 3 times, depending on how long you've owned it. I changed them in this vehicle one time. The front ones, in the V6, the front ones take about 10 minutes if you take your time. The rear ones are more like 4 hours. It's ridiculous. You got to take the intake manifold off. It's horrible. Anyway, that's the engine. Like I say, it's a minivan. It goes. Starts every time. It's been reliable. Got 198,000 miles. Still starts first time you turn it over. I imagine it'll go another 200,000 miles without any problems. Reliability, like I said, we haven't had any problems since ever left you stranded.
No, never broke down or gave me any trouble at all.
And she drives 2 hours to work sometimes. It's never left me stranded. So it's great. This van originally has steel wheels with hubcaps. Hubcaps started losing their paint, so what I did was I upgraded. Went on eBay, found a set of Lexus wheels. I think this had 16-inch steel wheels, and I upgraded to 18-inch wheels with tires for about $900 shipped. And the Lexus wheels dramatically increased the look of the vehicle. It looks a lot better now. Cherry.
I'm not sure.
You don't care. Anyway, they're nice alloy wheels. Okay. Quick note on the tires. We have had a time with tires on this vehicle, and I have yet to figure out why. I do not believe it is a flaw with this generation of Siennas, because I did a lot of online research and can't find that anybody else has this problem. We have had the vehicle to several different tire shops and general automotive repair shops that do alignments. Just about everybody I take it to says everything is great. They don't even have to make any adjustments. But for some reason, it wears the inside of the tires out on the front of the vehicle, the extreme inside. I don't mean it's nice and sloped towards the inside. The inside, 1.5 to 2 inches, goes away all the way to the steel belts fairly quick. I don't know what the problem is.
We have gone through a lot of tires.
A lot of tires. I don't know.
Our new one doesn't seem to be as bad.
2011 doesn't seem to be wearing tires like that.
No.
And like I said, I've did a lot of research. I don't think it's something with this model van. I don't think you'd have a problem if you went out and bought one, but for some reason this van runs through tires. I don't know why. Different weather conditions, I think the vehicle does fine in. Never had any problems with hydroplaning, or it goes okay in the snow. It has traction control. which my wife she found out one day because she couldn't get it up the hill where we lived.
Yes, and I didn't know how to turn it off. I didn't know I even had it.
There's a button under the dash. You push that button and it gets rid of the traction control, and that'll allow the wheels to spin even though you're not going anywhere, which sometimes maps do if you get stuck like that. Anywhere, you get stuck in snow, push that button. That might help you out. It might not. You may still have to get out, shovel. But other than that, I think it does okay in adverse weather conditions.
Yeah, I drove it the other day in the snow and it done real well.
This is a van. So it doesn't drive like a car. It doesn't drive like a big old truck. It's kind of in between. It's not like an old conversion van. I'd say it's a lot closer to a car than that. But it drives very well. Road behaviors, I enjoy driving it. You?
Yeah, it's real smooth.
And I've driven big Tahoe SUV. My mom and dad has one, and I would rather drive this as far as driving somewhere than I would that. Not that that's a bad vehicle, but it just seems bigger. This seems a little more car-like.
Yeah, it's higher too. It's just harder to get into, I think.
Yeah, Tahoe's a little higher. Like I say, with the minivan, you get all the room, and you don't get all the gas guzzling that you would with an SUV. In my opinion, if you don't need to tow anything, or you're not going off-road, you don't need an SUV. A lot of people think they do.
I still like them as far as looks-wise, just not the functionality.
Great. You look a lot cooler than you do in this minivan,
That's
I
true.
guarantee you that.
But I don't have all the great functions either, so.
But you're hot. You look hot anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
We've taken this vehicle on lots of trips. About 2 years ago, we took it to Disney in Florida. That was a long trip.
Yes, I'm on driving it again.
We flew a couple years before that, coming from West Virginia, and we decided we'd try and drive it. Well, we don't want to drive it again. I've driven it to New Orleans. We've driven it to Cape Cod.
Yeah.
Lots of trips to Ohio from southern West Virginia is where we're at. You can't tell by the accents.
Virginia. We've taken it to Virginia several
Lots
times.
of trips to Virginia. Where else? Chicago.
New York.
New York.
Yeah.
Chicago. So it's been around. Can't say that we've had it cross country, but I'd take it cross country tomorrow if we desired to do so. One more thing about the seats. This is an 8-passenger, which means the second row seats have like a 40-20-40 split to them. And the center seat, the 20 seat, actually has an extended position that's about 8 inches further towards the front. And you may think, well, why do I care? People who have a newborn care, because you can move that seat forward and it puts your baby within arm's reach.
Yeah.
Where before you got to reach way back there, now they're just right here. And that was great when kids were little.
Yeah.
Now that they've grown, we never put it in that spot. But if your kids are below what age?
2.
2?
Yeah.
Got kids below 2, if you're getting ready to have a child, that is great.
Yeah, especially when they start crying and stuff, it's easy to kind of console them because you can reach them a lot easier.
Yeah.
while
Put
you're
their
driving.
passy back in, get their bottle to them. You can do that without climbing back there. And you can climb back there. It's not too hard. It's just an added convenience, and we like that.
Yeah.
Now, the new van doesn't have it. We've got the captain's chairs back there. But then again, the kids are grown. So
Yeah.
kids are now 8 and 10. Almost 9 and 10. So, like I said, we bought this a couple weeks before my son was born, the youngest. Alright. Now, quick comparison to the new van. The new van is a 2011 Sienna Limited. 2-wheel drive. They make all-wheel drive versions. We opted to go with the 2-wheel drive. The new one has navigation package.
Which I never use. Very seldom.
I think you had to get that on the Limited in order to get the DVD entertainment system. It's
Leather seats, which are heated, and I love.
yeah.
love
The cloth
love,
seats aren't
love.
bad in this one, but they look nice. Yeah. and they're heated. She likes that. I don't care.
I turn them on even before I'm outside.
The new one's got climate control. She doesn't understand at all.
I don't know what that is.
Climate control's like a thermostat in a house, and a lot of women. I take that back.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you better take that back.
Some people don't understand how thermostat works. Set it on a temperature and you let it control everything. She wants to turn it up and down all the time depending on whether it's cold in the vehicle or not. That's not the way it's supposed to work. That's the way you do it in this vehicle because it doesn't have climate control.
It still works just fine doing it like that.
Anyway, it's worthless because I constantly have to get in and change it because she doesn't know how to use it. So I don't care, but it has it in it. What else is there?
2 sunroofs.
Sunroofs, yeah, that's something she wanted. I don't care for it. Like I say, it's a minivan. I'm not wanting to stick my head out the sunroof and look cool. You're in a minivan. Who cares? It has XM, which comes with the navigation system.
For
And you get 6 months free, like everybody does. But I don't pay for radio. I like the regular radio. It's free. But it's there if we needed it.
It would be nice.
This one has power. The 2011 has power stowaway seats. I could do without that too. To me, it takes longer to put them in.
I do agree. I like these better.
And it's not hard. I don't understand it. But it came with the limited, so you get it.
I do like the powered trunk though.
It does have some power lift gate,
Yeah, I do
which
like
was
that.
available on this model van, but we didn't get it at the time. Speaking of seats, the second row seats, they're leather seats. They are, the new one is a 7-passenger. This is an 8-passenger, which means they're captain's chairs, a little wider with the armrests on them in the second row. But I'm not sure why. Maybe it's the leather. Maybe it's the fact that they have freaking leg things on them.
Oh yeah, the elevated leg raises, which are great for long car trips. You can just pull them up, lay back, watch a movie, take a nap, and relax.
Anyway, I've taken those seats out once, and I don't want to do it a lot because they are heavy. They weigh a lot. I'd say they weigh twice as much as these seats weigh. It's ridiculous. Anyway, they do come out. They go back in, but be careful with your back. It has navigation. The new one has a navigation system. I don't care for any of the navigation systems that I've seen that come with the vehicle. I've always liked Garmin's. I probably always will. Well, until Garmin starts getting into manufacturers, and I hope they do. I don't care for it. I don't ever use it. If we ever go anywhere, I stick the Garmin on the dash and we go with that. So, there's that. The new vehicle has Bluetooth connectivity for the phone.
Yeah, that's nice.
Works pretty good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's
use it a
perfect,
lot.
but it works good. You can connect multiple phones to it and select between them using the control panel up on the dash.
I like the buttons too where you can control the radio on
Yeah,
the
that's steering wheel
phone.
mounted buttons for the phone, which this one doesn't have. It doesn't have Bluetooth. This one does have steering mounted controls for the radio, volume control and mode and whatnot.
Honestly, no, I never use those.
Oh, has Bluetooth for audio. You can play your MP3 player if it has Bluetooth through the system. I use my iPhone. Works great. Also has an iPhone/iPod connector with a USB, so you can do the USB interface and control the stuff through the head unit, which sucks. I just use the phone to control the music. Works much better. The engine in the new vehicle, it's still a minivan. However, the new engine does have a timing chain instead of a timing belt. That's a plus. Other than that, it goes about like this one does and passes about like this one does. Actually got a little bit bigger trailer. I pull a couple go-karts and I got an enclosed trailer and it seems to do okay with it. The gas mileage when I pull that trailer gets cut in half. Horrible. About 11, 12 miles a gallon pulling that sucker. But it pulls it okay. Anything else?
I do kind of like the running boards on the old on this van as opposed to not having them on the new one. I like those. It's easy to step up in.
I could give or take the running boards. When we bought this vehicle, I actually wanted to take them off and never did. So they're here. The new van doesn't have them. The kids, I think, like the vehicle okay. They don't say much. We get to haul their friends around.
Yes, lots of room for extra kids to carry with you.
Yeah. Never have to worry about saying, oh, they can't come.
Yeah.
Which I guess could be a negative sometimes. You want to be able to say no. When they sit back there and watch their videos, it's great. I've hauled motorcycles inside this vehicle before. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we have. And the go-kart too. Put the go-kart in the back.
Yep. Fold the seats down. You put the go-kart in there. What else? What else? Anything?
I can't think of anything else.
But we really like the vehicle. Like I say, I tried to talk her into getting a car for our new vehicle, and I couldn't do it.
No.
She wanted another van. She said she couldn't deal without not having all the room this has in it. So she went from not wanting a minivan to not wanting anything but a minivan.
Yeah, that is true.
So there you have it. Hope you enjoyed the review. We may do another review for the 2011 when we get a few more miles on it. See ya.